morning, brothers and sisters. It's great to be with you here today as we get together as a stake and receive revelation and spiritual nourishment as we get to listen to the beautiful music and the speakers this day. At this time of year, I'm always grateful for the Savior, and I just constantly think about how we can strive to be more like Him in my life, and as a daily course correction sometimes in terms of what I can do to change. Sometimes it's stubbornness, or it takes a lot of that to knock on the head to get me to change sometimes. But I just think about the Savior and everything He's done, how patient, how kind and loving He was, and the many attributes that He had. And in our process of becoming like Him, we can strive to be like Him by working on those individual attributes in our life and strengthening them and putting them into practice. And of all the many attributes He has, you think about He's humble, He's kind, obedient, He's a teacher, so He's servant, He's submissive, He's selfless, full of love, and the list can go on and on. One of them that comes up is the word courageous. And the Savior was indeed courageous because He stood alone. And it's one thing I really admire about the Savior is that He had the fortitude and strength, obviously the help from heaven, from His loving Father in heaven, but He always would stand for what's right. And so today I'd like to kind of focus a little bit on that topic of courage and how that attribute in our life can help us become more like the Savior. Today, the world, the standards, the values seem to be drifting further and further away from that of the church. There's many of us here in the audience who probably look back at a time in their life where the standards of the world and the standards of the church were probably pretty similar. Today, that chasm grows wider and wider, and it's Satan's ploy to help cause more confusion and be able to try to lure us off the path of the covenant path and into forbidden paths where we know we should not be. But the Lord is with us, and we know that to be. We're on the Lord's side. We're here today, and we're here at the state conference, and we come every week and we partake of the sacrament. We renew our covenants. We say our prayers. We read our scriptures. We do all those things. And I thank the Lord